Tracie, and this is Michelle. Welcome to Adventure Fables.
We are in Trafford, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Yellow Daisy has put on the book prom, and that is where we are at.
Yep, we're at the special event today. There's lots of vendors. We got fun music, dancing, and some great vendors here today. And we're going to interview some people, so come along with us. So we are here with the creator of the event today. Can you tell us your name and your business?
My name is Amanda Craven, and my business is the Yellow Daisy.
That's amazing. How'd you come up with this?
Actually, my 3-year-old, his name is Davey, and his favorite color is yellow. And I'm also a Gilmore Girls fan, and Lorelai wanted to be proposed to with yellow daisies. So, 1,000 yellow daisies. So between yellow and Davey and my love of Gilmore Girls, that's where it came from. I know it's weird, but so yeah, I think that's where it was born.
So tell us about what you do.
Well, I love to do bookish events. So I like to plan events, and I like to do workshops and crafts, and I spend a lot of time working with small business owners. I'm on the Norwin Chamber of Commerce Executive Board and the Irwin Business Professional Association. So I work with the small businesses in Irwin to try to bring in people into Irwin. So I got together with Heather's Gift Shop, and I host a lot of events there, like different workshops and stuff. And it really was just a goal of bringing people together that like similar things, like books, and supporting small businesses in the area.
So when you start planning an event, when do you start?
Usually after the event that I've finished, within a day or two, I get a brilliant idea. And then I tell my husband, I just thought of the best idea ever, and then he says, please don't do that. That sounds like a lot of work, please don't do that. And then I do it. And
That's how you know it's a winning idea.
yeah. I like to create things that I wish I could participate in.
I like that. That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part?
I would say getting the word out as a small business.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I've been trying to grow my Facebook followers, and I use Facebook a lot. But really, just spreading the word about the event. Like, it's a lot of trying to do marketing and just to get people to know about you. Yeah.
Well, I love that you gave other creators and crafters and writers a platform to be able to share their art too.
Yeah, there's so many great different like small businesses, and it's really important to me to support like not MLMs, but like people that are like out there doing it on their own. So I try to think of ways that we can bring them together and just support other small businesses like myself.
I love that attitude.
Do you have a favorite book?
Yes, The Nightingale.
Ah, there we go.
By Kristen Hanna. That's my favorite book. I also love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Jenkins Reid? Yeah. I love The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. You have to read. Since I'm an audiobook girly, I listen, and I'm blanking on her name right now, but she does the audiobooks. Most of the audiobooks for Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that's how I found her, because I went out and searched for that audio reader and just listened to every single thing that she narrated. And I wish I could think of her name right now. Yes. It's actually good though. Like I have not been disappointed by anything that she's ever narrated. So, it might work.
Isn't it amazing how much of an impact the narrator has?
Yeah. And once you've heard a good narrator, then it's really hard to go back to like. But audiobooks have changed so much. I feel like they're like a whole production now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you for coming.
And thank you for putting this event together.
Thank you so much. I'm glad. And follow the Yellow Daisy on Facebook, because that's where I'm at.
Hi, we are here with the first vendor vendor we're going to talk to. Can you share your name and the name of your company?
Yes, thank you. My name is Megan Hodder, and my business is Peace, Love, and Daisies at the Candle Company.
Amazing. How did you choose the name?
It's actually a really simple and not deep story. I like vintage, so peace and love is just kind of a thing I always like on shirts, on decor, things like that. And then Daisy's my favorite flower, so I just added a little spin to it to make it fun.
I like that. So how come you're making candles?
It's actually just a situation where it was a hobby, something I liked to do on my own, and then situation changed with my job, and my kids were a little bit older, and I decided I would give it a try, and I just kind of went from there.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So you a book lover?
Book lover. I actually keep track of my reads. I'm on Goodreads. I got back into it when my kids got a little older and I had more time for myself, so I try to read as much as I can every year.
That's awesome.
Do you have a favorite book?
Wow, that is a hard question.
I say it's a mean question because, like, how do you favorite?
Well, you know what? I have a book that kind of like touches me a little bit from my childhood. When I was young, we read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So that series is sort of just like, I remember it from growing up. I want to reread it as an adult again. I've already reread it when I was like in my teens. So it's kind of like a favorite because it's just a childhood memory. So
That's awesome. All the heartstrings.
yes, exactly.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
We are with another vendor. Can you please share your name and your business?
Yes, my name's Kelly, and my business is called Black Dragonfly Studio. I wrap pre-loved books, and I also wrap puzzles and adult coloring books, and they're all wrapped blind date style. That means that if you don't know what you're going to unwrap, I do a brief synopsis and also a little hint of what genre it is.
That's amazing. That's a great idea. How did you get started in this?
It was my love of books and also my love of crafting materials. I'm a scrapbooker.
That's awesome. So with scrapbooking, you could be working in lots of different mediums.
I do. Yeah, lots of papers, lots of stickers.
How did you come up with the name?
So, my brother, who's just a few years younger than me, passed away unexpectedly, and we just love nature and the outdoors. And my mom and I noticed not very long after he passed that dragonflies would appear absolutely everywhere we were. If we were sitting in traffic, if we were at the beach, sitting on the back deck, dragonflies would appear. His favorite color was black. So I decided to do something I absolutely love, which is scrapbook and read, and go with it, and I came up with the name Black Dragonfly Studio. That's in his honor. Yeah. Yes.
Do you have a favorite book?
Oh my goodness. I love them all. I am a hoarder of books. Much to my husband's dismay, if he would come to my house, there are books everywhere.
Nice.
Very neatly organized, but I have a lot of books. I don't have a favorite.
Favorite genre?
I love mix. I do love romance. I love biographies. I love adventure. I love thrillers. Yeah. I'm kind of all over the place.
Thank you so much for taking the time with us. Yeah, that's
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So we're here with the next vendor. Can you share your name and your business?
Yeah, so my name is Amanda Blackie, and it's Amanda Blackie Art.
Nice, wonderful. I don't have to guess how you came up with it.
No, just my name.
So how did you get started creative and crafting?
So my mom was really creative, and that's kind of how she taught me and my siblings everything, was through either song or craft, a lot of construction paper growing up. So I think with that, it's just something that I grew up doing, and I kind took off from there and just kept going.
That's amazing. So what kind of things do you make?
Um, my husband and I joke that I'm ADHD arts and crafts. You name it, I make it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I dabble in a little bit of everything, but I really love making brownies.
That's what you're passionate about.
Yeah, because I make my own paper.
That's
Find it.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's a special skill.
that's fun.
Awesome. So, what's your favorite book? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, that's like, what is your favorite child?
Exactly.
Yeah. I would have to say, like, my all-time favorite book would have to be Hamlet from Shakespeare. It's something that I always go back to. It's like my favorite read, but I read everything. So anything I can get my hands on, I read it.
That's awesome.
And I dislike very little. So,
Okay, a little bit of everything.
yeah.
Same as your crafts, huh?
That's a theme.
That's
So,
awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your
thanks.
business. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Hi, we are with another vendor. Can you please tell us your name and your business?
Yeah, my name is Brooke. My business is named Lucina Moon LLC. I started it about 3 years ago, and I crochet and sew products for books.
How'd you come up with the name?
It is actually named after two of my reptiles. I have a leopard gecko. Her name is Loomis, and I call her Lulu for short. And then my bearded dragon, his name is Moon. So I combine them into making my business name.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. How'd you get started crafting?
I learned in high school. I took a fabric arts class, and I took all 3 levels. I loved it so much, and just took off from there. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, which, if you have to pick between the two, sewing or crocheting, which one's right?
Crochet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love going and picking out yarn and watching it come together to form something.
Are you a
Yeah.
craft collector? Craft house
Yes,
collector?
yes. I go to the fabric store or anything. Not Joann's anymore, R.I.P. But Michael's or anywhere like that. Yeah, I love to go, and I collect other crafts too. Like painting, and I took up painting during COVID. I'm not very good at it, but it's just something for fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps to have a creative outlet.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
Do you have a favorite book?
A favorite book. My favorite book that I read this year is probably Remarkably Bright Creatures. I loved that book. I don't know if I have like a favorite all-time book. One book that I really like, it's nonfiction actually. It's Endangered Orcas. I really love learning about the ocean, and I love nonfiction, and I feel like sometimes nonfiction doesn't get the love it deserves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you watched Remarkably Bright Creatures yet or not?
Yes, I watched it last weekend. It was so good. Obviously, they always leave out stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been better, like some of the important stuff, but overall, I really liked it. I cried even though I knew what was going to happen from the book, but it would still made me cry. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
meeting you and hearing about your business.
Thank you so much.
Hi, we are with another vendor. Can you please tell us your name?
Katie Hongwood.
It's nice to meet you. So, what do you do?
So I write queer romance, or just love stories. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can just be love of any kind. And I write all across the rainbow, largely fantasy and paranormal, but I do dip my toe in contemporary every now and then. Yeah.
How'd you get started writing?
So I always wrote when I was a little kid. I would like hide in my room and fill up notebooks, and my mom would always say I was writing my memoirs. So now she is like, oh, okay, so that worked. So yeah,
What was it like publishing your first book?
it was really a big deal for me. It was like 15 years ago, and I was amazed that like somebody would, I don't know, just like take it. Like the publisher that I was with at the time, they were so cool and so helpful, and like having an editor. I don't know. It was such a good experience that I knew I was just gonna do it forever.
You were hooked, huh?
Yeah, absolutely hooked. Yeah.
Amazing. What's your favorite genre to write?
So I like to write all kinds of romance, but definitely fantasy. Yeah, fantasy is like my sweet spot. I grew up reading a lot of fantasy, and I was always really disappointed that there wasn't more kissing. So now I get to do that myself.
You hold the pen, you get to do it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
What's your writing process like?
So I usually get an idea kind of way ahead of when I start writing it, and it just kind of cooks. Like I just let it cook. So there's like several on the back burner at all times. And then when I decide to write something, I usually write it pretty quickly. I usually just sit down and just kind of word vomit. And because I've learned I can't edit while I'm doing it, I have to just word vomit it and then get it on the page and then worry about the cleanup later. So that's really what I do. I just try to get it all out and then try to beat it into shape after the fact.
That's awesome.
Do you have a favorite book?
I do. I have a lot of favorite books. Probably my all-time favorite book is Vanity Fair by Lily P. Zachary, and it's my all-time favorite book. Someday I'm gonna write like a continuation about like the two like sons of the two main couples in that, because it is one of my all-time favorite. Like I just reread it again for the 20th time, and it never gets old. It's my favorite book. Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's good to meet you.
You too.